Bad Robot's relationship with Warner Brothers has been a little rocky, and that led to the possibility that they might move over to MGM and they might make Stargate. But it looks like the danger has passed, Will Robinson.
Danger, Will Robinson. Danger. No, Will Robinson. Danger.
Welcome to SciTrek, your sci-fi TV and movie channel. So I told you a couple of months ago, actually, that I found out what the pitch idea was for Stargate that Bad Robot was suggesting. And we generally hated it. They were going to bring back Ra.
What?
Made no sense. They were going to maybe bring back Kurt Russell.
What?
Made no sense. And they were going to make this standalone movie that was very much connected to the original Stargate rather than the TV series.
What?
Which also made no sense. We universally agreed that we did not like this idea and that we did not want Bad Robot anywhere near Stargate. But why were they actually pitching this idea? Because they actually do have an exclusivity deal with Warner Brothers that runs through until next year.
I dare you to step over this line.
Okay, I'm a steppin'.
Well, that Warner Brothers deal has been a little bit shaky of late. The relationship between J.J. Abrams and Bad Robot and Warner Brothers, particularly since the new people have come in and David Zaslav, etc., have took over, has been not great.
I dare you to step over this one. This one.
Now, actually, they had this exclusivity deal, a 5-year deal, and were paid $250 million as part of that agreement. And they were supposed to be making television series and movies. Now, they haven't actually produced anything up to now.
That one. That one.
All of the projects they've put forwards have either been completely rejected or have got stuck in development hell. And 4 years nearly into this agreement, they have done a nada.
This one.
Now, that's not completely their fault. Let's not forget that literally within 6 months of signing this agreement, we all went down into a pandemic and a lockdown. But we have moved on from that, right? So why are they still not producing anything? Well, they did have a couple of DC projects on the go. Those have been cancelled very quietly by James Gunn. So they're not happening. Superman project, Black Superman project, I believe it was called, and a couple of animated Batman series were supposed to get done. At the moment, it doesn't look like they are. They were supposed to be doing a Speed Racer series for Apple, and that kind of is stuck in development hell as well. But there has been a little bit of a change. MGM Movies was actually headed up by Michael DeLuca and Pam Abdi. Now, they moved over to Warner Brothers very early on after the sale went through. Amazon pretty much pushed them out pretty quickly. They were apparently promised lots and lots of things during the sale, but as soon as it was actually finalized by the FTC, those promises were reneged on, and Pam Abdi and Michael DeLuca then left and went over to Warner Brothers.
I know that look. You're not getting any younger. This isn't good for your back. I brought this on myself.
Now, Akiva Goldman's Weed Road production company is following them. Now, they've had a deal with MGM for movies and TV for the last few years, but actually Akiva Goldman worked with Warner Brothers for about 20 years before that. So for him, it is a going home. But he has followed Pam Abdi and Michael DeLuca and made a big point of saying about following them across and how happy he is to get to work with them again. Now, as part of that, he is going to be doing an I Am Legend sequel with Will Smith and Michael B. Jordan. That's going to be interesting. I'm really looking forward to that. If they recapture the tone of the original, that could be a very exciting zombie movie. I don't particularly like zombie movies. I find them a little boring generally, but I Am Legend really stands out for me as somewhat a little bit different. Also, though, he has finally agreed and got Warner Brothers to agree to make Constantine 2 with Keanu Reeves. Now, this is a project that Keanu Reeves has been begging for literally every year. I read him in an interview just a couple of weeks ago, and he says literally every year he'll go in and go, Constantine 2, please, please, please. And they go, no, Constantine 2. And he goes, go on. No, no, no. So he just waits 12 months and goes back in and asks again. But finally, thanks to Akiva moving over to Warner Brothers and him getting behind the project, it looks like Constantine 2 is in very early development and has been greenlit. But why does this help us with Bad Robot? Because Bad Robot are going to be producing the movie.
Yes! Yes! Yes!
Oh, those
yes!
are the new ones?
Yes! 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 Yeah!
Yes, they're going to be producing Constantine 2, which is a shame, I will admit. But silver lining, it means the deal with Warner Brothers isn't going to collapse like it looked like it was. Now, there is still rumblings of them getting sued by Warner Brothers because they have not produced anything.
This one.
And they might kind of want a bit of their $250 million back. But if J.J. Abrams can get working and actually produce something, it would be very difficult for Warner Brothers to take legal action. However, I have also heard rumblings that if this deal is extended, it will not be anything like as favorable and will be more based around actual what they produce rather than a large initial fee. So let's see what happens in the next 12 months. But this strengthening and rebuilding of the relationship between J.J. Abrams, Bad Robot, and Warner Brothers is good for us because we do not want Bad Robot anywhere near Stargate. So it looks like that possibility is now dead. While J.J. Abrams and Bad Robot thought that this deal was going to collapse, they started throwing ideas out like this Stargate movie and like Star Trek 4, another movie that they couldn't actually do anyway because of this exclusivity deal. But really just prove what I'm talking about, how they genuinely believed this contract was going to collapse. So guys, what do you think? Are you happy about this news? Or are you a little bit disappointed they're going to be making Constantine 2? A film, personally, I adored the original, and I cannot wait for the sequel. And I'm really happy Keanu Reeves is going to be doing it. But what do you think? Get into the comments. Celebration or with a tinge of disappointment? If you are new to the channel, please like, subscribe, hit that bell notification. It really helps us out. And if you want to become a fully fledged SciTrekker and really support the channel, consider hitting the join button. Also, there are loads of links in the description to everything SciTrek related. Our Discord server, Twitter, 9 Chevrons, our Stargate website, and so on and so on and so on. So please go and check those. As always, please stay safe. I'll see you next time.